Hi, Marty Groman from the Biddeford Solid Waste and Recycling Commission, back with some more updates about our recycling programs. We've got a great program here in Biddeford, but things are changing out there in the world of recycling markets, and so we're pleased to have Erica Bailey from Casella here to tell us about it.
Thank you for having me again, Marty.
Yeah, this is good. It's an interesting time. I mean, I think we've got so much that's going on, and it's great that people have such a passion for recycling.
Absolutely.
It's nice to be able to give some updates and some good new information. So I think we hit on this in the last show.
Yeah, we did.
But is this okay to put in the recycle bin?
That film wrap is absolutely not okay to put in there.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
No.
So this really causes problems.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, and there's no real home for it either. So.
Well, what we want you to do is take this to Walmart, and
Yes.
you can recycle that there, but it just does, it is recyclable, but it doesn't go in
That's
our
correct.
blue bin. Yeah.
Right, because the process at our MRF gets tangled up. So it shuts down our lines, and
What's
it's very dangerous.
What's a MRF?
Oh, our material recycling facility.
All right,
Yes.
acronym of the day.
Yeah,
Acronym
MRF.
of the day,
There it is.
people. I love it.
So, so on our end, it is recyclable, like
Yeah.
you had said. Walmarts and Hannaford's have those big
Cardboard thing right inside the door.
and then it processes there, and it usually goes to like a decking company,
Yep.
which is fantastic. But for our contract with Biddeford, in the recycling bid, that stuff is not going to go in there.
Yeah, we don't want that. So
Yeah.
what I like to do is just do this, stuff it all in there, and when you're going to Walmart, Hannaford, Shaw's, Market Basket, put it in there right inside the door. That's a good thing to do.
Voila, done.
So Christmas is coming, and I guess at the end of Christmas, should we put these tangly recycling, put these in the recycle bin, these
You know, if
Christmas
they
lights?
still work, and you're just done with those, then you would obviously upcycle them maybe, right? And take
Yeah.
it to like
to Goodwill or something.
But if they're broken and it's a tangler, and at our MRF, the material recycling facility, that will be an absolutely no-go on the recycling side. So we would not put that in the recycling bin. Any tangler, hose, rope, anything like that.
So a lot of our message today is about recycling gets better when we can reduce contamination. So anything that is in your system that causes problems, it essentially can mess up the recycling for everything else, right? So the first step is this screener that has these fingers that go and they sort of separate things out, and
That's correct.
this will get all tied around in there and it'll mess
It's
it up.
awful.
So
shuts down our line for hours. We're climbing up on there, extremely dangerous for our guys.
So
Extremely costly to fix.
Yeah.
So no go on the tanglers.
Yeah, it's interesting how recycling is kind of changing. The markets are surviving, but it's really focusing on just a few items.
That's
is
correct.
that fair?
Yes, very fair to say. The days of us throwing everything in the bin and China buying it are gone.
Yeah.
And now we understand why China doesn't want our stuff anymore. We get it. It is dirty, it is contaminated, and there is no product, there's no end site for it. So we're learning a lot on our end as a hauler and as a manufacturer of recycling. So this is a process, it's a grassroots effort, and it's a re-education for a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's exciting because it is here, it's not going away. The recycling market's very resilient. So it's always going to be up and down, but if we get it right, it's going to come back very strong. So the most important thing is keeping things clean.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about safety for our guys, right?
Yeah.
So when we can't move our products for 90 to 120 days, and the lid's not on this, and there's nasty like food in here, it definitely attracts rodents in our warehouses. So it becomes very unsafe for our employees because there's rats, and it's gross and it's not safe.
Yeah.
So we're really pushing for keeping lids on. I think that's one of the biggest takeaways for today. If you guys can remember, lids on the containers is very critical because sometimes we can't get our stuff really clean, right? So. But we know we're doing the right thing by cleaning it up, and it is the right thing to do.
So that is a big new thing for me to hear about, Erica, is lids on.
Lids
even on,
on.
say, this cream cheese tub like this. So you would like us all to clean it out.
Yes, please.
But then put the lid on it.
On, please, yes.
So the lid is recyclable, and you'd like to see that closed package.
Yep. And also for sanity, right? And safety. So I always ask my customers, if you were in the recycling market and I had to buy that, but it was going to take me 4 months to get to you to buy it, how would you want that stored in your garage?
Yeah. You want this clean and dry. So.
Clean and dry and closed up. And that's new for us as well. We're learning as well because again, all this stuff was being sent to China, so we weren't dealing with the immediate effects of it. But now that we're holding it, it's a long time for us to move it. We're seeing the effects of it.
Right.
So lids on would be
so
amazing.
Let's quiz Marty on some more stuff. See if we can get some of these things right.
Okay.
So okay, this is Arm & Hammer. So this is a laundry detergent, and so it has a lid. And what do you want me to do with this one?
Okay, so this is considered a rigid plastic, and it's a jug.
Yeah.
Okay, so our focus right now is going to say pretty much jugs, tubs, and lids are allowed.
So that's kind of easier to remember. You're not even talking about, is it 1 through 7 or whatever. Just saying, is it a jug, tub, or
is it a jug? Is it a tub? Is it a lid? Yes. Then it's recyclable. On the plastics, this is on the plastic side of things, okay? And that really, like you were talking about the identifier, the 1 through 7 is essentially going away. And I know I'm still processing that myself. But that identifier is not accurate.
1 through 7 is going away. Not immediately. Manufacturers will be phasing it out over time. We'll probably see it on stuff for a long time, but you're not going to see it on new packaging as much.
That's correct.
The Chasing Arrows logo with the 1 through 7.
So when you look at the bottom of it and it had like a 5, you're like, oh, that's recyclable. It has the recycling logo on it. That is going away. And even if it has it on there and it says it's recycling and it's not a lid, it's not a jug, it's not a tub, it's not recyclable.
Got it. Okay.
So we talked a little bit in the first show about single-use items.
Yep.
And my children love like guacamole, and they have these little to-go guac, and they're plastic. I actually looked this morning. I had full ones, and I wasn't going to bring them in because they're full, but none of them have any recycling labels on them. So it's already happening. They're already phasing in those type of plastics that are not recyclable. So if you are in the habit of looking at the label and you don't see one, great, throw it away. And if you are in the habit of looking at them and it has one, but you know it's not a tub, you know it's not a jug, and you know it's not a lid, then it's not recyclable.
Got it.
Okay.
All right, let's quiz me on some more. What about the chicken broth thing? It's like a paperboard-ish coated thing.
So I think nothing's really changed in the cardboard market. If it's not waxy, then it's recyclable.
So I was going to say this one is a no.
All right. I think if you scratch your finger down it, is it going to pick up anything?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, I think that's recyclable.
Oh, okay,
You're fine
good.
with that. I think literally the key is like if you take a coin and you kind of scrape it down and you actually see wax coming off it, it wouldn't be, but
See if I had a coin, so I don't have one with me. But so what about this one? This is Almond Breeze.
Yep, perfect. Send it on in.
That's okay?
Yep, that's
You want the lid on it?
Yep, perfect.
Okay. All right, good.
Recyclable.
Now I have to say, I've been throwing these out because we have the when in doubt, throw it out. So you want it rinsed out.
Rinse it
Rinse
lid
it out,
off.
shake it up, put the lid back on it. Is it okay if I kind of smush it?
Yep, perfect.
That's
you can
okay.
step on it, have the kids step on it to make more room in the bin. Perfect.
Yeah,
That's fine.
Kids will like that.
Yeah.
All right, good to know.
If it's waxy, then no. But again, we're not always going to be 100% here. So if you think it might be, we'll catch it on our end. We'll pull it out.
Yeah.
But we're talking about lids on. It's cardboard.
It's clean.
And it's fine.
Okay.
We'll take care of it on our end. And like this little
Fair deal.
egg stuff, this is same. There's nothing coming off this.
Okay,
So we can definitely recycle that.
Fair deal. Okay.
Yeah.
What else do we have?
Well, I was actually going to upcycle these because my friend has chickens.
Okay. All right.
She needed some cartons, but do you think these are recyclable?
I generally put those in. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Those are
This
okay,
is
good.
great stuff right
Yeah,
here.
okay, perfect.
Great stuff to have, and it's just like a cardboard. So, yep.
All right.
It's good. And then I didn't do a very good job rinsing this out.
Clearly not. But those are hard to clean.
They're super hard to can't clean, and but It's glass. It has the lid on.
Yeah.
Would you recycle this?
I would generally, yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Yep. Send it in. Send it through.
So far, I have been wrong on these. These are a go,
Yes.
but I've been right on most of the other stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We're doing okay.
Yeah, we're doing great. You're doing great.
All right.
Yeah.
And your water.
Okay, so we live in a bottle bill state
Yeah.
where a lot of people, redeem their plastic bottles for 5 cents. If we had moved away from the bottle bill, plastic bottles would absolutely be allowed in the recycling, and it is allowed, obviously, but a lot of people just use it through Clink and stuff like that.
Okay.
So it would be plastic bottles, jugs, tubs, and lids allowed in the recycling bin for your plastics.
So this is confusing-ish. Where's a good place? How can I sort of figure this out?
Yep, so we have a fantastic website, zerosort.com.
Yeah.
And I actually have like a little reference sheet here myself to look through. Zerosort.com, they have it's in Spanish and English, the allowables, the non-allowables. There's like 6 different forms that you can review on our website and look at what's going on in the markets. You guys can print them out. Put them on, if you're in the office, put them above the recycling bin on the wall in the office as a go-to sheet. Very important to keep up with this. Most importantly, clean and dry.
Yeah.
Clean
I
and
think
dry.
that's the big thing, right? That's the confusing one with the pizza boxes, for example, right? So if you,
Yes.
and that's always, it's a little bit of a judgment call, it seems like. If you get a pizza and it has the wax paper under it and it's not super greasy, get rid of the wax
Yeah,
paper.
perfect.
Get any stuck
Wax.
cheese.
See, you got it. Wax.
Okay, the wax is a no-go,
Wax.
yeah.
Yep.
And then, but you can still do the pizza box if it's
That's correct.
if it's clean.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even if it has a little grease on the bottom of it, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
As
Yep.
long as it's not too
No
bad.
food in there, no dry pepperonis or
Yeah.
a couple extra slices of pizza left in the box. Compost that maybe.
Yes. Thank
Or
you.
eat it for
Yeah.
breakfast.
Yeah, that's a little segue, thank you. So our composting program is really growing in popularity.
Awesome.
So one thing that we should always mention too is that our recycling service within the city of Biddeford, the blue bins provided by Casella, are not at every residence, every apartment, for example.
Right.
So, but anybody, including businesses in the city of Biddeford, can come to the recycling center at 371 Hill Street, and we collect all types of recycling there as well. It's free to do.
Wonderful.
You can drop off recycling there. And a new service we have there, which I'm pleased to say is really gaining in popularity,
Awesome.
is our food waste composting. So it's kind of a if it grows, it goes type service. So what we do at the Groman household is we have a bin there next to the sink and literally a plastic tub. You can buy one at the recycling center for $7. It's just a little plastic bucket. And then we have a bigger bucket in the garage and we run it over there. And the reason that's so important is, and you know this, Eric, I mean, it's expensive to throw stuff away.
Very.
And food waste is heavy.
Yep.
It's wasteful. And so if we can work with that recycling center program run by We Compost It, we save the city money and it's good for the environment. And it's a super convenient little service. It's just on the right when you drive in the recycling center at 371 Hill Street. And it got kind of a slow start. There weren't many people using it, but we've actually had to add a third bin over there now. So,
Awesome.
yep,
Yeah,
people
it's
have
taking off.
really been great about using the service. And while you're there, I mean, obviously at our recycling center, we take metal, we take bulky items, and so it's all kinds of fun. And we have these things too. We have those over there to hand out to you. So
Awesome.
there's my little pitch for visiting the Biddeford Recycling Center. That's
Great.
where I hang out, so I can't say enough about it.
Giving autographs.
Yes, right. No, taking them. Good. All right. So give us more of a sense, if you would, Eric. I mean, so you've been doing this a while. I mean, 10 years ago, we kind of just stuffed it all into the
Yeah.
bin. Now, this is all about what can we really sell to become recycled to be a new item again.
You got
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, 10 years ago was,
There was a recycling
the ferry
ferry.
came
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
right, and there really wasn't a lot of responsibility held to people, like to the haulers here or
Yep.
the companies that are in the market selling it. So, yeah, so it's a changing market. It's a changing game right now, and I do believe it's resilient. It's going to come back. It's just going to take some time. And again, it just goes back to, is it a jug? Is it like a tub?
Yeah.
And does it have a lid? Put it on, and we're good to go.
Yeah.
And essentially it was the same way, 5-7 years ago, but we kind of we got used to the single use and the one time only kind of products, and I think that's really taken off in our society.
Sure, yeah.
A lot of people are on the go, and you run into Shop and Save or Shaw's or Hannaford or Market Basket, and you grab your little salads to go, and the clamshells, your quick, Aroma Joe's rush drink.
Yeah.
And there really wasn't an education on that, but that material, there's no home for it. And some of that plastic, when it melts down, it's kind of like gummy goo on a pavement, and it's super stringy, and it's you can't do anything with it.
It's not really
when you melt it down.
recyclable. Yeah, gotcha.
Versus this stuff, it goes down to like a pellet, and it melts really different and solid. It solidifies very well. So that's a learning curve for us as well. And I'm learning a lot about this, about recycling and waste as well. So, I think if we just put our patient hat on and just, process this, we're all in this together. This is not a lecture. This is not like your hands being slapped. No, this is just, hey, this is what we're learning, and if we can all work together in the same direction, we'll get there a lot more quickly, and I think with a lot less pain.
Yeah.
So
We're getting better at saving the environment and protecting our recycling markets through these changes, and there are probably long-term good things that'll go on because of it. More of the recycling happening here in the States than just sending this stuff overseas. So, well, good. I think we've got some good new information here. We're going to keep coming back with more updates for you from the Recycling Center. I hope you will continue to recycle. I hope you use the composting service. And what I forget? I always forget something. So should I put my Christmas lights in? What about my Halloween mask? Should I put that in recycling?
Save that or upcycle those.
It's pretty scary. Scare people with it again next year. Okay.
That's funny. Yeah. None of that stuff's allowed. No.
Yeah.
So when in doubt, throw it out.
When in doubt, throw it out.
Still in play for sure.
That's new. I'm still kind of remembering that. You have this thing, you kind of feel good. Just throw it in the recycling bin.
Yeah, that feel-good feeling.
That's not there. That doesn't help. That actually makes it worse.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, well, thank you, Erica.
Thanks,
you
Marty,
to
for having
Casella
me.
for being a partner for us in our recycling programs here in Biddeford.
We're pleased to be
Thanks for
here and
updating.
helping out.
The Solid Waste Commission meets the third Wednesday of every month at 6:30 p.m. at the Recycling Center, and members of the public are free to attend, and we have great information on the web at
Zerosort.com.
Zero Sort. Now, we're a pretty good team. And also on the Biddeford, Maine website, but the recycling info, the go-to is
Zerosort.com,
Zerosort.
and there's all sorts of flyers you guys can print out up there. That's updated and ready to go.
Yep.
So.
And we're working hard to get all this information out, so thank you. Thank you, Erica. I think we did a good job.
Me too. Thanks. And pass the word along, you guys.
All right.
Spread the word.
Good stuff.
Thank you.